Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light, ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seeds as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Hey guys, how you going? Okay, I'm not on the screen today. I woke up with itchy eyes this morning. And a blocked nose. I knew it was coming yesterday. Hey Alex, how you going? J1, how you going? Deb J, how you going? Sherry, how you going? You're on time this time. George, how you going? Flyby Stew, how you going? What else we got? Is that it? Yep, you're watching both me and Kai. We're both live at the same time. Oh, dear. Let's get into some news. Then we're going to go to Rumble for a call-in show. Okay, where is my news? Hang on a second. Where are we? Let's get there. Okay, Justine Bateman said this is one of the consequences of the trophies for everyone upbringing of the early 21st century. Basically, children were shielded from processing emotionally challenging experiences. My theory is their parents were the first generation that en masse went to therapy. Hang on, click, hello. And learned that much of their negative feelings about themselves were due to how their parents treated them. Oh man, Tim and I were talking about this yesterday. Most of these parents did the work and recovered from that experience. However, they also vowed to ensure that their own children would not be on a couch in 20 years, having to recover from these parents themselves. And so these parents bubble-wrapped their kids' feelings. They didn't want them to experience defeat, hence trophies for everyone, and not just the winners. They eliminated the experience of a kid not being a guest and not the focus at a birthday party by making sure the departing gift bags everyone got were full of items of greater value than the present they themselves bought. They eliminated the experience of the kids working out conflicts themselves by the teachers at the schools insisting that the kids come to them immediately when a conflict with another kid arose. They eliminated the kid experiencing the poor results of not having done the class assignments by parents calling it teachers on behalf of the kids to get a better grade, including college, by the way. All to say this was child abuse. These parents handicapped these kids by not letting them process defeat, disappointment, being left out, frustration, etc. as children, so they could build those coping skills. And so now you have a whole batch of adults processing all that for the very first time with no practice whatsoever and no muscles in those areas, truly handicapped. Hopefully these now adults will learn these lessons on their own, but that takes guts. Now you know why this batch of kids created the Victim Olympics for their present-day adult selves. Wait till you hear this. Adam Francisco, and I've watched many cop cams where they pull people over and these people cannot handle anything. Certainly not the police. They fight them all the way. They scream at them. They say, "I've got mental illness." Oh, no. Okay. Adam Francisco said, uninsured Kamala voter hits a car and then has an emotional breakdown when asked for her insurance. Let's have a look at this. I've got to keep it small so I don't get any copyright strikes. So if you're wondering why I'm not making it full screen, that's why. Yeah, Kai has a channel, George, yep. Okay, let's have a look. I've got to check my volume.
You're not hurt.
No, but we're fucking broke!
What?
We're broke and we can't afford iron!
It's not my problem.
Why can't you have a heart? Have a fucking heart! Please!
No.
Fuck you! Piece of fucking shit! God damn it! I wouldn't give a shit if anybody did that to me! Oh no, the car's bruised! Who cares? It's cosmetic bullshit!
Fuck. You can't be serious. Are you really serious? Oh, no. Oh, they're not going to handle things well, are they? Holy shit. I'm still waiting for the big scare. I don't think I'm going to handle that well, but I'm not going to be like that. Wait till they say something big. Like, hey, war, hello. We've got the rubber duck, spot on contrast between growing up in the 70s and 80s versus growing up in the 90s and 2000s. I've never heard something that was more true than this. Let's have a listen. How can I get this guy in the picture? I'll play it and then scroll up, maybe.
I was sitting in my house a couple weeks ago, just relaxing. My doorbell rang. This is weird. It's a different feeling when your doorbell rings today opposed to 20 years ago, right? 20 years ago, your doorbell rang, that was a happy moment in your house. It's called company. You'd be sitting there on a Thursday night watching TV, your doorbell rang, the whole family shot off the couch. Oh my God! Put the lights on, somebody's here! We got people! The whole family went to the door. The kids were in socks. They slid up to the door. Nobody looked to see who it was. Right? You just opened up the door. You were like, oh my God, look at that. Look at us here.
He's
And you
right.
ask him, what the hell are you doing here? And the person will be like, I was in the neighborhood. I thought I might stop by, see how the kids are doing. They're like, oh, come on in. We're gonna have some cake. Your mother had a little Entenmann's. Maybe some Sara Lee crumble cake. Just in case company came over. She made an announcement when she bought it. She's like, listen, nobody touch this cake. This is for company only. Those crap muffins, those are for you people. You better hope to God somebody comes over so we can cut the cake. put her cake in the middle of the table, proud of it. And she put it right in the middle. Cut yourself a slice. Want a cup of coffee? We're gonna do want some Sanka? Yeah, that's old school. A lot of the young kids are looking at me like, what is that, an iPhone app? What the hell is Sanka? Your mother had a tin, brown and orange tin of Sanka, ready to go just in case the company. She put a big pot on the table. Go ahead. Nobody had a cell phone back then. If your house phone did ring, your father stood up and said, "Nobody get that phone. We got company." And you lost track of time. 2 hours went by. You were like, "We got to get out of here." That's okay. Next time we're gonna come by you, be like, "Yeah, my door's always open." Now your doorbell rings?
Freaking out. Who is it?
What the f? All right, your own mother's crawling across the kitchen floor. Get down, army crawl. Army crawl, get in the closet. Go get the sword in the living room. Somebody get the sword underneath the couch in the living room. There's a sword. All right, you have to turn and ask your family, you invite anybody over? You invite anybody over? There's always that person upstairs that didn't hear the bell. They come walking down. What the hell is going on? Get the hell down. Somebody's outside. They're at the door. I think they saw movement. Oh, God. I got to open it. I got no cake. I got no Sanka. I got nothing. Got nothing for these people. You can't stop by anybody's house anymore. If you do, you have to call from the driveway. You're like, "I'm here, can I approach?" It's me and 3 other people. We're gonna walk up through this side. Is that your mother with a sword? Why did you have a sword?
You know what? He's not wrong. He's not wrong. That's how... Oh, my God. That is so true. Years ago, as someone came to your door, you're excited to see a visitor. These days, someone comes to your door, you're going, "Who's that?" Before you even open the door. Do I want to open the door? I don't know if I even want to open the door anymore. Okay. Anyway, I thought that was funny. I don't know if you guys thought it was funny, but there you go. Thought a bit of comedy might, relax me, particularly because I am... If you hear a weird noise, I'm puffing on a vape. Okay, I've ran out of smokes. I am vaping. And I'm vaping hard right now. Hunter Valley Coal Train said, "Thank Tanya Plibasek. They were homes. Oh, now they're wind farms. Not a farm, is it? Poor koala. My God. They were homes, but yeah, not anymore. Now those koalas have to fight with other koalas to claim some space in there. Yeah. Snarkish Jano said, "This is what we're going to fix, what we're working to fix. This is what the movie's about. Feelings-based thinking is how people get manipulated so easily. It's part of how we got into the mess we're in. It has to be fixed before we can move forward. That's why it's taking so long. You can't undo decades of brainwashing in just a few years." Brass Kicker said real. Zuby said there's a massive chunk of the human population that purely runs on feelings and possesses minimal, critical, independent thinking skills. It's quite scary once you realise it. And there is. There's a huge amount of the population that still runs on feelings instead of logic. And you kind of need to kick that in and, kick everything else aside. No, you can still be, have feelings, of course, but don't let them Even in the Bible, I believe it says, do not let your heart rule over your head. Let your head rule over your heart, which means you've got to think about things when it comes to feelings. Okay, Sassafras84 said, I don't either. Hillary shared this thing. Hillary has implied that if she were to be prosecuted, she would take half of Washington with her. I really don't see a problem with this. No, neither do I. And neither does this person. I don't either. There's no problem here. Let her. Go ahead, Hillary. Oh, dear. Cat Turd said, can't wait for President Trump to appoint Matt Gaetz as special counsel to go after the deep state traders. Checkmate. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. But it's entertaining thought. Okay. Old Soldier said UK social media ban for under 16s on the table. It's almost like there's a script they all need to follow. Like, yeah, hello, UK, it's now somehow spread to you guys, okay? Under 16s ban. You can see what the Australian government's doing. Don't let yours do the same thing. Contact all your MPs, regardless of if you like them or not, just do it. Say, no, I don't agree with this. No, 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 no. You could just say that, honestly. No, 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 I don't agree with this. No, no, no. That's all you need to write in an email, okay? That's it. Send it to every one of the MPs all over the place. Doesn't matter if they're in your part of the country or not. Everywhere. Okay. So, yeah, UK, don't let them do this. You can see from Australia what's going to happen. Everyone's going to have to use an ID to get on the internet. And then, yeah, that's not good. UK, you're following Australia. What did I say about they're in lockstep with each other, these governments? I believe even the US is talking about censorship again now. Hey, Kai. Hey, Sugar Bee. Hey, Shannon. Deb. George. Easy there. How you going? SW, how you going? I think that's... Have I said hello to everyone? I hope so. Hello, anyone I haven't mentioned. Okay, hopefully my cough will go away with giving up smoking. The Rubber Duck said, remember earlier this year when Putin said for centuries Western elites grew accustomed to filling their bellies with human flesh and their pockets with money. He finished with this ball of vampires is about to end. I believe him. I do. I believe there's real vampires. They just don't have those long teeth or anything, really. They're just people. Hey, here's another reason for the lefties not to move to Australia. Look at this thing. Look, it's going to come after you. It'll climb up your leg. All right, this is a frill-neck lizard. The opinionated black woman auntie said, this mad bugger, you haven't lived until you've been chased by a frill-neck lizard. They're cute, but they do bite. Right, and wait till one starts climbing up your leg like that. Anyway, that's another reason for the left not to come to Australia. Don't come here, okay? There's heaps of animals. You can't win. Look, we're all dead. It's just in your imagination that I'm talking to you right now. A kangaroo already got me. Doge Department of Government Efficiency. I think I'm going mad with lack of cigarettes. Doge Department of Government Efficiency said we're going to cut all federal funding to Planned Parenthood. Well, that's good because the only thing Planned Parenthood they do is to unplanned parenthood. They unplan the parenthood by taking the parenthood bit out of it and doing horrible things. And believe me, if women who go here are traumatised, I guarantee it. Valerie said he's extremely chummy with a raging dictator while ignoring the leader who wants prosperity and peace. Elmer Fudd does not represent me. I'm embarrassed for Australia. Me too, because our PM chose Beijing over Washington. Here we go. We have an idiot government. Can Donald Trump fire them? Can someone fire them? Anyone? Australia, hello. Fire them at the next election. And don't vote for Liberals either. They're in lockstep as well. Holy cow. Hey, Jules, how you going? Okay, producer said I'm not a Conor McGregor fan. Neither am I, right? But hey, this is going on a bit too much to ignore now. But I can't understand why, if you've been essayed, I'm going to put it that way, you know, this word here, look at your screen right now, the one I'm highlighting. Oh, I've highlighted a lot more. This word here, you do a dance in the car park, text your boyfriend saying you're all good, then continue to drink and take more drugs and sleep with his friend. Have I missed something here at Nikita Hand? If you haven't learnt yet, these false allegations come out of everywhere as soon as anyone speaks up against the government or for freedom or doesn't agree with the government. And I don't believe that Conor McGregor, I don't even know, I don't follow any of this shit, right? But I don't think this guy has done this. And especially not if she was dancing in the car park afterwards, texting a boyfriend saying she's all good, then going and taking more drugs and sleeping with his best mate as well. I think she's just trying to cover up bad behaviour here. Hey, Timmy, how you going? Did I say hello, Sugar Bee? Gia Loft. I think I've got everyone. Leading reports said breaking Trump-nominated Attorney General Pam Bondi has expressed her support for releasing many names in the we want all of them, in the Jeffrey Epstein documents, asserting that anyone fighting to keep their identity private has no legal basis to do so. I don't like those words. Releasing many names. How about all the names? That's pretty much what we want. Like, we'll be happy with many names, but we want all of them in the end. I hope you're going to release them all, not just some of them. Okay, Cat Turd said Robert Reiner said MAGA scum have already wrecked Blue Sky. Okay, I don't know if you heard this, but all the lefties left Twitter and they went over to something called Blue Sky, and they've all been reporting each other for hate speech and everything, and now half of them are being kicked off that. Oh, karma. Oh, God, whichever one you want to choose. Cat Turd's laughing at it. Rob Reiner said, oh, yep, I said that. The director reveals he's taking a break from social media after the ex-alternative quickly became vile, racist and evil. What a surprise. If it's full of lefties, are you surprised? Like, we were all left at one point. I mean, well, most of us were. Some people have been conservative all their life, but I was a lefty, right? A long, long time ago when I was younger. But as I grew older, I clicked in and then woke up and went, oh, shoot, no, I'm not a lefty. I don't want to be a lefty. I don't want to be associated with the lefty. But it's funny how we were all lefties, including now the Republican Party, who were all Democrats at one stage. Anywho, let's not worry about that. American as fuck said Liberals are now flocking back to X after being banned by other Liberals on Blue Sky. You can't make this shit up. They're reporting each other for racism and hate speech. Oh, dear God. The Other Side TV said our government is a disgrace. Our censorship laws are a disgusting joke. Our opposition is gutless. The world is laughing at us. What the fuck happened to our country? The Weekend Australia, in a detailed letter to the US State Department, Jim Jordan, chairman of the Judiciary Committee in the House of Representatives, said the Communication Legislation Amendment Combating Mis and Disinformation Bill, currently before our Parliament here in Australia, could pressure American companies to censor online speech outside of Australia, including in the United States. We write to request more information about how the State Department intends to engage with the Australian government to address recent threats to free speech worldwide and their effect on American citizens, because this will have a worldwide effect, believe me. The letter addressed to Uzra Zaya, the Undersecretary for Civilian Security, Democracy and Human Rights, said. There you go. See, Australians are doing this. I rang every Liberal and National senator saying we don't want the under-16 ban for social media. I told them Liberals are going to lose the unlosable election due to backing Labor on this. So ring them, email them, do whatever you have to and tell them no. Just no. I believe that's all you got to do. Craig Kelly said, how did we go from being the proud independent land of Crocodile Dundee? See, I told Kai that I had bookmarked, and Shannon, funnily that you mentioned that in your chat, Kai, because I said, yeah, I've bookmarked this Crocodile Dundee thing. I might have to play this one on Rumble because I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a censorship strike on that one. But anyway, I'll read it to you. Craig Kelly said, how did we go from being the proud independent land of Crocodile Dundee to a weak, woke place where every Australian needs to have a government-controlled biometric digital ID just to log on to the internet? What happened to Australia? Exactly, what did happen? Everyone fell asleep at the wheel. We all fell asleep at the wheel. Il Donaldo Trumpo said, every single freaking indictment with popcorn. You got your popcorn? I hope you've got popcorn. Because it's going to be interesting, especially from now till January 20th, is it? There you go, Shredder. How you going? Okay, that cough's going to go away eventually. Doge Department of Government Efficiency said the Corporation for Public Broadcasting receives $535 million a year. This is in the US. They use this money to push liberal propaganda. We're going to cut every last penny. Their new federal budget will be nothing. That's the way. That's the way to clean it up. Clean it up, guys. Yep, that's the your Department of Government Efficiency that in the US. Look forward to that. See what happens. We're all going to be watching. MJ Truth Ultra said, Ron Paul said the coup in America began the day the CIA took and our government assassinated JFK. It's amazing these types of conversations were never mainstream till after Trump took office. Now it's methodically being introduced to the masses. History will need to be rewritten when this is all over. I'm telling you right now, I told a friend of mine years ago, the shot came from the front seat, or at least in front of them, okay? And right, if you slow the footage down, you see the proper footage, you see the man in the front seat turn around and his hand is out. So it looks like he's holding a gun. Now, I had an argument or debate with a friend of mine years and years ago, and she said, but an Australian detective went over and found out that he was shot from the grassy knoll. And at the time, I didn't trust that. And it ended up breaking up a friendship. But hey, sorry about that. Wow. Anyway, I'll play that one on Rumble as well. Mary said, I believe the coup started much earlier with FDR during World War II and with the CIA who brought German SS types into their, Operation Paperclip. I believe it started before then too. But at least we're getting there. It'll slowly unravel as time goes on. Inevitable West said breaking 500,000 households cancelled the BBC licence fee in a year. We've had enough. Defund the BBC. Well done, Brits. Keep going. Keep going. Wolf Patriot 737 said Charlie Kirk right on target. If you're 18 and think you're the opposite sex, you have a mental illness. If you're 8 and think you're the opposite sex, your mother has a mental illness. Everyone gets that, don't they? Yep. It's true. If you're 18 and think you are the opposite sex, then you have a mental illness. If you're 8 and, honestly, and you think you're the opposite sex, your mother has a mental illness. Make asylums great again is all I can say. Tom Fitton said breaking Washington Post is horrified that Trump DOJ might investigate the 2020 election for which the Biden DOJ is trying to jail him. Strange turn of events there. Yeah, they're trying to charge Trump for what Biden has done. It's insane, honestly. Everything's insane right now, including me right now, okay? This is what happens the first day of giving up smoking. Please excuse me if I am hysterical or... No, I'm not hysterical. I'm all right. Marjorie Taylor Greene press release parody said yes or no. If a man pays child support and finds out later that the child is not his, Should the woman have to pay it back? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. You cannot do this to someone. That is really not fair. If you even have an idea that they're not the father, you cannot do that to someone. Imagine finding out you've been paying for 16 years and the child wasn't yours. Holy guacamole. Okay, the opinionated black woman auntie here in Australia said the fearless leader is being community noted hard. This is the second one. Anthony Albanese said when it comes to protecting our kids, we have to do more than wring our hands. We have to take action, and all the bleeding hearts in Parliament are behind him. Anyway, readers added context. Australia's Human Rights Commissioner has stated that this ban will violate the rights of children and potentially undermine the privacy of all social media users. She has called on the government to delay its implementation pending further consultation. So the Australian Human Rights Commissioner has actually said something. Holy guacamole. Okay. Awakened Outlaw said, I trust Trump. He's earned as much, in my humble opinion. And it's for that reason that I'm not in the least bit worried about his picks for appointments. What I refuse to engage with is freaking out over the people he selects, and for damn good reasons. Given the gravity of the movement, it simply doesn't make logical sense that anything being done would be done haphazardly. The fact that there is a ton more going on than we can see, and the chaos of the moment actually aligns with the teachings of Sun Tzu, something we know for a fact Trump has long channeled. Keep in mind that if the deep state cabal had control, Trump wouldn't have won, nor would we control both houses of Congress. We'd have seen a repeat of the 2020 election theft. But that didn't happen, did it? Trust Trump, trust our patriots, trust the process, trust God. Most of all, trust God. Trust, noun, a firm belief in the reliability, truth, ability, or strength of someone or something. Synonymous, confidence, belief, faith, freedom from suspicion and doubt, sureness, certainty, certitude, assurance, and credence. Antonyms, distrust, mistrust, and skepticism. In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity, Sun Tzu. So trust that Trump knows what he's doing. I know there's people all over Twitter saying, I don't like his health pick, I don't like this, and I understand, I get you, I hear you. But let's just wait and see what happens. That's the only thing we can do right now. There's either going to be exposure or these people have turned, because they did say some people will turn and join the good side. Oh, okay, sorry, that was me vaping. Mark PG said the party that gave us the NDI, National Disability Insurance Scheme here in Australia, which is rorted every year for billions, including people going and getting sex workers, right, are going to control the internet. Give me a break. The man in charge of stopping the rorts has bolted. Even the Aboriginal industry and NDIS, it is reported that up to $20 billion goes missing every year. We need an audit of the Aboriginal industry and the National Disability Insurance Scheme. It's a scheme, all right. I'm just not sure who the hell's benefiting from that one. I'm pretty sure a lot of the politicians are, but, you know, same as the Aboriginal industry. Jack the Aussie said no one would have believed it. Look at this person. Who's that? A young Anthony Albanese, our Prime Minister. 1986. What if I told you this stupid little prick would go on to fuck the country quicker than any PM in history? Jesus. Dr. Simon Godek said, lol, the US singers blocked me after my reply. I guess the truth hurt a little too close to home, maybe? The US singer said Elon Musk is not a doctor. Joe Rogan is not a doctor. RFK Jr. is not a doctor. Anyone taking medical advice from those three unhinged conspiracy peddlers is dumber than they are. And Dr. Simon Godek returned with Bill Gates is not a doctor. Then they blocked him. I wonder why. Bill Gates has an honorary degree. He did not study and get his degree in medical anything. He was given an honorary degree. So he didn't even have to work for that, okay? In case anyone didn't know. I'm just letting you know. Don't you worry about that. I love the name. The Governor-General needs to step in and sack this dreadful government as it no longer represents the will of the Australians. It's pretty obvious. The Australian people have lost confidence in this government. Mate, I had lost confidence in our government back in 2008 to 2010 somewhere, and I had to turn the TV off before I threw it through the window. Because seriously, I was going to throw my TV straight through the window. They were lying, and I knew they were, and I was like, no, you assholes. Foundering said this is Ruth Payne. She's a CIA agent who was Lee Harvey Oswald's handler for the Kennedy assassination. Lee was a patsy. Ruth is still alive, and one of the main reasons why the JFK files are still sealed, allegedly, okay? Everyone here is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. This is a supremely evil human being. Oh dear. Why do they wait till they're all really old before we go after them? Can we not go after them now? Soon? Okay. I don't know if I can read that one here. This is an opinion. Go see your doctor. I'm shaking my head. No. Melinda Richards said, C is an industry. They won't cure it because the treatment's worth millions, trillions, billions, trillions. Trillions is more than billions. So there you go. I'll read that properly on Rumble. Malcolm Roberts said, we all know the real intent of the digital ID agenda. The United Kingdom, with laws similar to ours, has shown alarming developments. In the last 2 weeks, British police have visited and advised hundreds of journalists and commentators to stop criticising the Starmer government policies. Some have even been arrested and imprisoned merely for expressing their opinions. The digital ID, misinformation laws and facial verification systems are all part of the control mechanism that facilitates government surveillance and tyranny. The mask has come off quickly. Only recently, Minister Gallagher reassured Australians that digital IDs would not be compulsory, yet without one, life will become impossible. Now there's a proposal to introduce age verification for social media. This would require every user, not just adults, as initially told to us, but also children, to have a digital ID. Age verification has never been successfully implemented anywhere in the world. The only way it can function is through a digital ID with facial recognition, which would require constant rescanning of the user's face, potentially every minute, to confirm identity. This setup would necessitate keeping the computer camera permanently on, exposing children to significant privacy risks, including hacking. One Nation firmly believes the best person to oversee internet use is the one present in the room with the children, their parents. We oppose intrusive government and support the primacy of the family in raising and protecting their children. Note the question time video is being combined with the motion to take note for sharing on social media. I won't play that, but you get the gist of it from what I've just read to you. Sure. And our parliament are dumb as a box of rocks. Cat Turd said Kamala sure did disappear fast. Hey, did anyone notice Kamala's disappeared? Off the face of the earth. See you later. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Except, hang on, she might have to be held accountable for something. Vaping. Senator Matt Canavan said, is it time for an Australian Doge? Let's call it the Dingo. Department of Implementing No Government Overreach. How's that? Sounds good to me. Got to do something. Okay. Matt Couch said, I'm stunned. Ukraine whistleblower is claiming that McConnell and Schumer both got massive kickbacks from Zelensky. You don't say. I don't think they're the only ones. What about all the people? Do you remember when all the politicians went over to Ukraine in the middle of a war without helmets walking down the street with Zelensky? Does anyone remember that? Who went there? Pelosi went there. Someone else, heaps of people went there. Our politicians went over there. And apparently there was a war going on. Yeah, I don't know about all this. Senator Gerard Rennick said 2 major parties are teaming up to monitor everything you do on the internet. So much for serving the people. So this is both our major parties here in Australia, Liberal and Labor. Liberal are supposed to be the conservative ones, which Labor are supposed to be for the working people, and none of them do what they're supposed to do. Neither of them. And then you got the Greens on the side holding Labor hostage with all the green stuff, you know, like solar panels, wind turbines, can't burn wood heaters anymore, all that kind of stuff, you know. Can't go and clear the land so we don't have bushfires in the summer because they won't let you because it has to break down naturally, according to the Greens, which is a big bushfire risk. And I'm in a major bushfire area. Senator Gerard Rennick said 2 major parties are teaming up to monitor everything. I read that. Why am I getting it again? So much for serving the people. To them, it's all about control. Nathan Livingston, Milk Bar TV. Okay, let's watch Australian politicians squirm and give non-answers to how they expect to verify people's ages to use social media. Let's have a listen.
What data are we going to all have to hand over to prove that we're over 16? Are you considering driver's licences, biometrics, MyGov accounts? And doesn't that sound like a recipe for data breach disaster?
Well, firstly, we acknowledge that this is world leading and privacy is one of the key issues that does need to be addressed.
On the social media age limit, will that be legislated by the end of next week? This one, there's bipartisanship. You want this done.
Well, Peter Dutton led the national debate on this. I mean, he came out in June and said the age should be 16 and we'll do it within 100 days of being elected.
Tell us how your system would work.
I think that we have a huge capacity here within our system. The technology is much better than it was 5 years ago. Facial recognition to determine somebody's age is appropriate. You can talk to the providers as well as the Apple. And
This is supposed to be our opposition, right? This is supposed to be the opposition. They're all dickheads.
And others who are with the hardware.
So through our age assurance trial, this will closely inform the implementation.
Government is spending $6.5 million to trial technology that can verify how old people are before they can access certain websites, games or social media.
Should Australians be prepared for having their faces scanned to use social media? Should they be prepared to upload their documents to some sort of government database that social media companies can then tap into for age verification? I mean, what are the options here? As you say, the age assurance trial hasn't been finalised yet.
Well, this is exactly what the age assurance trial is informing. So in this year that we will take in terms of implementation, that will be the key focus.
The details haven't exactly been worked out yet, but it could include things like asking people to enter their date of birth before visiting a website, using AI to estimate someone's age, or even scanning IDs like passports or driver's licenses.
Will social media platforms be able to demand and collect personal data such as passports or driver's licenses from all existing or new account holders for age verification purposes? If not, how will age verification be obtained?
The member asked a very important question about privacy, and I will respond in a few parts. The first is that the legislation that we will bring to this Parliament will contain robust provisions as they pertain to privacy. This is a complex area, but it is one that we are determined to get right. It's one that we are determined to implement because we know what's at stake here.
So I think there are a number of ways in which we can do it. Is it perfect? No, but is there an option to do nothing? I just don't think that is a responsible course of action.
Don't know about you, but I did not hear one answer then. I heard, we're gonna look at the whole, holistically and that type of thing. I didn't hear one answer out of that. Not one. Eric Doherty said, breaking Matt Gaetz to release damaging information regarding congressional stock trading. Let's go. Let's go. Ned said, Albo MP, remember this, you're sacked, mate. RN Lilydale said, posted this, and Anthony Albanese said, we're living in a democracy here. People have the right to speak up. People have a right to be heard. People have a right to disagree. Any so-called Liberal trying to change that isn't a leader, he's dangerous. People have a right to protest. This is what our Prime Minister said when he wasn't Prime Minister, right? This is why they don't believe them, they lie. This is what he said. People have a right to speak up and be heard and disagree. Well, not now they don't, Anthony Albanese, and you're the one in charge of it. See? Lewis Christopher said, I think the LNP, which is the Liberal National Party here in Australia, have made one of their greatest mistakes in supporting the under-16 social media ban. John BB said, have you ever seen so many people turning against the duopoly? I haven't. This election will be interesting. We have a duopoly here in Australia, and it's called the two-party preferred system. No one prefers it except the politicians, and that's how they stay in power. On the media as well. Alex James said, Gina Rinehart says Australia should follow Trump's lead. Well, I agree with Gina Rinehart. And I remember years ago they did a hit piece on her saying that she was mean, nasty, all this stuff. You know what it was? She wouldn't give her kids money. She wanted them to go and work for it. I don't think that's a bad thing. But anyway, if you don't like her, you don't like her. The West Australian said mining magnate Gina Rinehart has taken aim at Liberal Party moderates, declaring Australia should follow the United States by slashing government. Make our bank accounts great again. I agree. I do agree. We need a Trump. We don't really have a Trump. The closest we have to a Trump is Pauline Hanson. One nation. Steve said the last three presidents that challenged the deep state establishment, President John F. Kennedy, President Reagan and President Trump. All three were shot. This is definitely not a coincidence. Just so everyone's sure and we're all on the same page, you know. Inventor said, I'm embarrassed by what my country has become. We are rich in natural resources. Homelessness is out of control. This is here in Australia. The middle class is in rapid descent to lower class. Shops are shutting. Australians are taxed to the ceiling. Where is all the money from taxes and natural resources? We need an audit of the whole government. So we do need a dingo or a doge or whatever you want to call it. We need a clean up. Let me in there. I'll go and clean the government. I'll get rid of all these useless bloody jobs. Let me tell you, when you've seen it firsthand, you'll understand. You know, if you've ever worked in a government department, I did temporarily because I had temping jobs all over the place. Some of them were government. And there were people there who did not have a thing to do all day, but they were being paid to be there. Half of them were on social media all day. Yeah, and there's me working and going, what the hell are you all doing? Anyway, Barron of Burleigh said, and they're managing a $2 trillion a year company. Albo's most experienced 23 cabinet members, 10 employed by unions, 13 ex-parliament staffers and 0 with any experience in running a business. And you got Donald Trump in the US, who's a businessman, who knows how to run a business, and a country is a bit like a business. You have to know how to run it properly to get ahead. Z Media officials said, hey, idiots in the Australian government. That's an understatement. Morons, dickheads. Anyway, apart from danger to our national security due to the US possibly ending their military alliance with us due to free speech tyranny, how are you going to explain the rising costs after we've slammed with tariffs for your BS? Brutal tariff warning no Aussie wants to hear. There are warnings Australia could be hit with hefty tariffs after a move from Anthony Albanese, which has raised ire in Donald Trump's team. I am not surprised. He's gone and sided with China. Australia could be hit with hefty US tariffs because of its radical crackdown on social media giants, experts have warned. You have been warned. We have been warned. I don't blame them. Anthony Albanese is an absolute moron. Yes, so what are they going to do? Because, I mean, we don't have our own real nuclear weapons or anything like. We rely on America to protect us in times of war. Yeah, not anymore. The Chinese are going to take over shortly. I don't have anything against the Chinese people themselves, but the government I do, you know. Chinese people are very nice people, a lot of them. Wall Street Mav said France and the UK have joined the Biden administration in allowing Ukraine to fire their missiles into Russia. It seems like all of NATO is trying to launch World War III before Trump can take power and end their war. They all know Trump's going to force Ukraine to accept a ceasefire. For some reason, they're trying to get Russia to attack NATO before that so they can have a full-scale World War III. Ukraine fires British-French Storm Shadow missiles. Now they're British-French Storm missiles. Which missile? Where do they come from? For the first time, say reports. Because yesterday they were UK missiles. Now they're French. Okay, French, UK, and the US. Actually, I read yesterday. So there's all three of them now. I don't know. I reckon Trump's going to come in before January. I don't know. I reckon he's going to have to. Kamala's disappeared. Joe's not running anything at all. Except some sleep and a blankie. I don't know. Eating ice cream. Hey, Donald Trump Jr. said, hey, Elon Musk, I have the funniest idea ever. MSNBC's for sale. Wall Street Maverick said Comcast is putting MSNBC up for sale. CNN just announced massive layoffs coming. Maybe the new owners will figure out that lying non-stop to your audience is a lousy business model. Because that's why they're sinking. And apparently since Donald Trump won, all the lefties are losing subs. Oh, I'm losing them too, but hey. They've already deleted me twice, so why not? Oh, dear. But yeah, all the lefties are now losing their subs so that now they know how it feels. Except I think a lot of theirs were bots. C3 said Donald Trump has been audited by the IRS for decades. You know who hasn't had their finances audited? Members of Congress, the brass at the FBI, CIA, judges and the rest of the uni party. Want to drain the swamp? That's a good place to start. I'm calling for one on ours. On our Australian government, we desperately need an audit on that. My God. But so do you guys. You do at the brass at the top of the FBI, DOJ, CIA. Yeah. Criminals in America. Okay, Mick Amias said this is seriously criminal. Paid a fortune, yet not one is ever accountable. Ever. $750,000 a year, the top bureaucrats earning more than the PM of Australia. While many Victorians continue to struggle with the cost of living crisis, the state's top bureaucrats are pocketing up to $750,000 a year in eye-watering salaries. See the top earners. They do. Who elected these people? No one did. Kick them out and stop paying them $750,000 a year, for God's sake. We're sinking here and you're doing this shit. And by the way, 1 in 5 Australians is employed by the government, so this is nothing compared to what is being... Oh, dear God, don't go socialism, okay? It's not good. It's not good. Not good. Not at all. Malcolm Roberts said the Australian Human Rights Commissioner, Lorraine Finlay, has expressed concerns about the Online Safety Amendment Social Media Minimum Age Bill 2024, aka under 16 social media ban, stating a social media ban has serious implications for children and young people, which I just read. Across the country, a one-day submission period to examine the details of the proposed law is entirely inadequate. We need actual consultation, not just the appearance of it. When the Liberal National Party sides with Labor to silence free speech, you have to ask, what do they really stand for? Nothing. They stand for the WEF and the UN. They don't stand for Australians. Shadow of Ezra said on June the 4th, 1963, President John F. Kennedy signed Executive Order number 11110, instructing the Treasury to print $4 billion in $2 and $5 bills. These notes, backed by silver reserves in the Treasury vaults, were issued without incurring debt or interest. The profit from their production went directly to the US government, bypassing the privately owned Federal Reserve, which is not federal at all and has no reserves. This move was part of Kennedy's larger effort to reduce the power of the Federal Reserve. Just months later, on November the 22nd, 1963, he was tragically assassinated in Dallas, Texas. JFK's final speech before he died is chilling. Talking about the military machine and the shadow government, that sealed his fate. Trump almost met the same fate. Trump needs to be protected at all costs. So not only did JFK want to return to the Treasury for money instead of the Federal Reserve, which, as I said, is not part of the government at all and has no reserves. But he also wanted to he wanted to audit the Federal Reserve as well, and he wanted to splinter the CIA and intelligence agencies into 1,000 pieces. Okay, Red Pill USA said the devil's in the details. What do you see in the backseat of JFK's limo? What do you see? Blood splatter. Shot came from the front. I'm telling you, the shot came from the front, man. I'm telling you. The driver or the passenger, one of the two, did it. I can't remember which one it was. It was the one on the left, I think. I can't remember. I'm going to have to get the footage and show you guys. Joe Rogan podcast said free speech wins. Welcome to the show. Mario Norfall said Joe Rogan. X is the mainstream media now. That is the mainstream media. That's where most people are getting their news. That's where I'm getting my news from. Elon Musk said yes. Institute of Public Affairs said the solution to misinformation is freedom of speech. For the IPA in Sydney, Michael Schellenberger from the US outlines the dangers of proposed misinformation laws and details the efforts by elites around the world to control mainstream opinion. And he does. He speaks for us. Thank God someone is.
And this is part of what they've been doing, is to sort of say there's something wrong with the people that are defending fundamental freedom of speech. And there was something that we really need to be fighting misinformation. And we saw it a little bit yesterday. We were at a press conference with the journalists. One of the journalists said, well, what are we going to do about, misinformation? What are we going to do about all this misinformation? And there was probably like 20 journalists there, 15 or 20 journalists. And I said, well, I'm looking at the solution. The solution to misinformation is freedom of speech. And that's been the solution to misinformation for several hundred years, ever since we stopped having to ask the king for permission to say certain things.
There you go. It is. And look...
And this is part of what they've been doing is...
When you allow free speech, you'll soon sort out the silly ideas from the great ideas. Do you know what I mean? You can make up your own mind. No one needs to censor mis and disinformation. Okay, so we got that. Oh, yep. Elon Musk has... Did you know Elon Musk has a Starlink Mini? It gives you super fast internet almost anywhere in the world and fits in a backpack. Oh, my God. It's a Mini. What power does it... Do you have to have a power bank or something? You'd have to have a power bank, wouldn't you? Oh, my goodness. Starlink Mini's compact, fits in a backpack, connects within minutes and packs up quickly when it's time to move to your next destination. I didn't know. I bought a big one and I can't even put it on my... I can't even install it. There's too many trees around. Why does it not go through trees? It should. Matt Gaetz said years-old allegations of a sexual salacious nature from sources DOJ previously deemed not credible. I read that, didn't I? Yes, that was yesterday's news. There we go. We're at the end of the news. So let's have a look at your comments now. Okay, how far back can I go? Okay, Ego Shredder, how you going? Deb Richardson, hi, what's happened since last night? Anyone self-imploded or fallen out a window in the world? Not that I'm aware. Well, people are self-imploding, especially that lady who who got asked for her insurance papers. She sounded like she was exploding, that high-pitched scream squeal she was doing. Jules, Sherry, my thoughts exactly. Spoiled children, exactly. Shanna said there were trannies in Dundee. He had the test down pat as well. Maybe he could try it on Michelle Obama. He did too. He just grabbed them by the balls and found out if they were male or female. Just walk straight up and grab them. Grab them by the, Trump said. Grab them by the cat. Sherry said need to get rid of 3-letter agencies would cut the budget big time. Yeah, well, half of them get budgets and they don't even know where the money goes. You know, black projects and all that. No one knows where that money goes. It just disappears. It's just like going into someone's pocket or something. I don't know. Kai said, Alex, it's about freaking time. Sheesh. Deb said, I told my kids if they have a tantrum that I'll have one too and embarrass them. Bloody worked. My kids are traumatised. I did that one day. My kids, I think it was my son, having a tantrum on the floor. So I got down beside him and started having one, right? And he just stopped what he was doing and looked at me with his mouth open. Going, what on earth is she doing? Yeah, that's what you look like, mate. Come on, up you get. You're all right. Sugar Bee said, there's rotten sport children. Alex said, we've been watching them all. The world is a stage and we see through them. Alex said, I know, right? Been a long time coming. Can't wait, Kai. SW said, Leo Wanker. I remember Leo Wanker. That was Paul Hogan, who was the actor in Crocodile Dundee. He was Crocodile Dundee, right? His name was Paul Hogan. He used to have a show called Paul Hogan, and he used to have a sidekick called Leo Wanker. Anyway, did I get that right, SW? I believe I did. Jeff said, hey there, George. Deb, all the family still prepping supper. Oh, yum. J1 said, Jackie O has a derringer in the hand. Puppet, watch the footage again. Yeah, I'm going to have to. Kai said, Shannon, he'd find a handful or more. George said, I've heard many rumours about Starmer. Easy there said, agree, FDR. Sherry said, hey, GL Loft. Ego Shredder said, wow, BBC, it was 200,000 per year last I heard. Must have lost a few million then in recent times. Yep, I believe so. They're losing, they're hemorrhaging people who aren't paying the licence anymore. Alex said, I bet it's something delicious as usual, Geo Loft. Oh, always. He's going to make me hungry again. Sugar Bee said, yes, once you wake up, there's no unseen. Can't go exactly. You cannot shut your eyes and go back to sleep. It doesn't work. Kai said, Sugar Bee is correct. Shanna said, Truncheon. Is that from Matilda? What was the show? What was it called? Matilda. Probably just called Matilda. Alex said, I didn't know he did a show too. SW. Ned drink, hang on. I can't wait for that cough to go away. Okay. Jules said Sugar Bee can't unsee anything for sure. Sugar Bee said, I believe Brunson is fixing to come out. I hope the Brunson case comes back out. Kai said, the world is an uglier place than we'd imagined. Yeah, it is. It's run very differently than we thought it was, put it that way. The whole world, all politics run by blackmail. The whole lot of it. Alex said they're rotten for short at the core, Sugar Bee. Yep. Deb said yes. Shanna said yes with interest and more if she knows. Sugar Bee said exactly. George said the world is upside down, Kai. Kai said, yeah, George. Easy there said, times are dark but so hilarious too. Well, that's what I'm here for, okay? Even though times might be dark, I'm here to try and make people laugh and smile at it because it is freaking an insanity. It really is. I feel like I'm living in the Twilight Zone, guys. Don't know how you feel, but that's how I feel. I have somehow warped into the Twilight Zone, and here I am and going, what the fuck is going on? And why are people still asleep? Why are people not waking up? Shannon said, that's why my horse shoes aren't working windows? Okay, that went over my head. Shannon? Alex said that's bang out of order. Speaking as a woman, men have just as much rights when it comes to children. Really annoys me when women can use children as weapons, especially if they are a great father. Exactly. You know, a lot of men commit suicide because they can't see their children anymore, and the women just destroy them. A lot of men do, unfortunately. Ego Shredder said, any rumours of me fathering a child by Hev are false. I've never been to Oz, for crying out loud. No child maintenance payments from me. So no. Yeah, any rumours that I've had a child with Ego Shredder are false too. I know the father of my children. There's only one person. Shannon said, I'm a great father. Oh, good. Well done. Is that the Israel language, or are you really seriously a great farter? Easy there said, what? That's why birth rates are down, Alex. Shannon said, just ask my kids. Yeah, I'm sure they would say, yes, you are. SW said, Paul Hogan also acted in Anzacs or a war film depicting them. Oh, okay. There you go. Ego Shredder said, Shannon, easy for you to say you're stinking rich. Alex said, it's funny watching it all unravel and these weirdos losing more of the little minds they had left. Easy there, yep. Shannon said, well, maybe the stinking part. Kai said, so far my best fart was overnight. Lurker left in Tony's car. Oh, dear. Easy there said, unfortunately we need to let them ruin things to prove they would ruin things. That's exactly right, Easy there. Yes, exactly. Pat said, maybe if men had. Kai said, I'm still here from her. Deb said, oh my God, you guys, and she's laughing. Kai said she's traumatised. Alex said, yes, you can never go back to sleep once you know, no matter how black-pilled it gets. I'd rather know than sleepwalk off over the cliff, Sugar Beet. Yeah, exactly. You'd rather know. I'd rather know what's going on than sleepwalk off the side of a cliff. Like a bunch of sheep. J1 said, society is walking in darkness. I agree, actually. George said, hi, Pat. Shannon said, if I were rich, Hev wouldn't have any rent problems. Oh, God love you, Shannon. God love you. Seriously, I know. Kai said, Pat. Carl said, hey, all. Jules said, Kai, I'm laughing so hard. Deb said, yes, she teased him at school. Ego Shredder said, she who dealt it, felt it, smell it. Everyone's saying, hey, Carl. Sugar Bee said, exactly, Alex. Jules said, skunk smells its own hole first. Oh dear. I couldn't imagine it. Deb said, Hev's place needs to be big for us all to move in. Yeah. Hey, I've got a few tents. Can make a tent city. Kai said, I didn't smell a thing. I popped it as I got up and closed the door. Oh, Kai. Easy there said JFK was shot from the underpass. Wow. Jules said, Kai's still laughing. SW said, Hevstown. Yeah, I'd like to buy a little town and name it Hevstown. My crypto went slightly down, by the way, but it's still like above, it's still in positive instead of negative like it's been for like 4 years. So that's a good sign. Kai said, it was freezing outside. It kept well. Alex said, Billy Goats thought he was the biggest doctor during the pandemic. I remember seeing videos of him rocking back and forward like a mental case during court in the 90s. He's so unhinged. Exactly. He was weird. Jules said, Kai, lolling, stop. And Tim S. said, Lord, that lady needs a bra, lol. Which one? I missed it. Jules said, Kai, poor Tony. Kai said, now she's got a look I get even if I grunt a little. Oh. Alex said, they probably think they are old then we'll go easy on them. Oh, that lady, I get which one it was now. These people are monsters no matter how old they get. Exactly. Deb said, has something crawled up your bum and died? J1 said, lol. Ego Shredder said, Deb, it is big. You must have seen her penthouse apartment she has her helicopter parked on top of. Shannon said, Jupiter's delight. Bill wants to control, alt-delete you all. Easy there, Miss chokes on dick from South Park. Sugar Bee's laughing. Menacing Muskrat said, hello all. Hello, Menacing Muskrat. Jules said, Kai, we had a cry and a laugh together today. You're the best. Yeah, God love you. Alex said, thanks for that image, Timmy. Kai said, phone, be right back. Deb's laughing at Timmy as well. J1 said, Muskrat, waving. Everyone's saying, hey, Muskrat. Deb said, like China. I've got a burp. Hang on one sec, guys. I'm going to mute. Oh, my goodness. Okay. You didn't want to hear that one, believe me. Shannon said, weather report, Muskie, -15 yet? Deb said, we are not China. No, but we're going to turn into it if our Prime Minister keeps going. Sherry said, hey, menacing. Sugar Bee said, thank God, I got sick of listening to a cackling voice. Yes. Kamala, she's gone. Where'd she go? Disappeared into thin air. Shannon said, a doge took my baby. George said, Starmer is a communist. Yes, we know. So is Anthony Albanese. And actually a lot of our premiers of each state. So we have to have a head of state as well. And those people are, a lot of them are. Jules said, dingo is great. Yeah. The dingo didn't eat my baby. The doge did. Oh, dear. I don't know about that one neither. Jules said, I remember that. Deb said, sounds good to me. Dingo, I agree. Geoloff said, Alex, I made country beef ribs and spiced saffron rice. Oh, my God, Geoloff, you're going to make me hungry. Menacing Muskrat said, Ukraine, Biden biolabs and much more. Yeah. Easy There said, all shot before invasion and played later. Easy There said, 1 million dead later. Wow. Alex said, that sounds absolutely lovely, making me hungry, Geoloft. George said, Labor are not for the working people. Deb said, hello to our beautiful Pat. Hey, Pat. Kai said, okay, Tony's on her way. Shannon said, hope she's holding her breath, Kai. Easy There said, trust us. Deb said, bloody Whitey telling us how to manage the bush of Australia. Oh, dear. Well, yeah. Well, apparently the Aboriginal industry is filling with people who declare themselves Aboriginal who aren't. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Geoloff said, yeah, it's pretty awesome supper, Alex. Ego Shredder said, Shadow Minister David Coleman. Alex said, makes me want to weep that we might have Starmer for the next few years. There won't be anything left when he's done, George. Same as ours. Deb said, invasion, invasion. Easy There said, Australia, UK and Canada, similar messes. Exactly. Yep, we're like they're all in lockstep with each other. George said, Starmer will not last long, Alex. Kai's laughing at Shannon. Shannon said, problem, reaction, solution. Yeah, they create the problem. They wait for the people's reaction. They come in with a solution. Deb said, how do they keep a straight face? Sugar Bee said, I like your channel, Hev. Thank you guys for inviting me here. Oh, God love you, Sugar Bee. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Jules said, PRS, exactly. Menacing Muskrat said, Kai, I just love your tribute. Thank you for sharing this special moment. Be truly blessed. Yes, definitely, Kai. That was a beautiful tribute to Bruce Seasall this morning, and if anyone wants to sub to Kai... Did someone put the link in the comments? I think they did. Kai's channel. Easy There said, so like booze, they get an adult to get it? Exactly. J1 says, slaves, we just didn't know it. Exactly. Alex said, why don't they buzz off and leave us all alone? We don't need facial recognition. The biggest criminals are in Parliament and the billion-trillionaire technocrats. Deb said, we love having you here with us, even if we're a bit nutty. Yeah. Yep, you'll find out. I'm a little bit nutty. No, I'm not too bad. I do have my my moments. Menacing Muskrat said, word salad. That's what I heard, Menacing Muskrat. I did not hear an answer to any question. I just hear word salad. I know while we're doing some bullshit to do more bullshit to do more bullshit to do more bullshit and not telling you anything at all about what they're going to do. Alex said they always skirt around answering anything. Kai said, thank you, Muskrat. Easy There said, slaves that pay their own healthcare, food and housing, basically. Pat had a message retracted. God love you, Pat. Jules said, at times like these, I'm happy to be 60, almost done with the BS. Yeah. Although, you see, there's two types of people in the world. There's the people who just want to be left alone, which is most of us. And there's the people that won't leave you alone. And they all work in the government, right? And they're not going to leave us alone until we actually push back and go, no, thank you very much, no. And that's all we have to do is say no. Don't have to fight anyone, don't have to do anything. Just say no. But be heard. That's all we've got to do. Deb said, we love having you, Sugar Bee. I agree. Geoloff said, Alex, I slow roasted the seasoned beef for 12 hours. The little taste I took from the ribs was absolute delight. Oh, my goodness. Geoloft. My mouth's watering. Sugar Bee said, Deb, nutty here too. Oh, cool. George said, we need our farmers, but we don't need these politicians. Exactly. And then Sugar Bee had a message retracted, and she said, thanks. Alex said, yes, J1, people have slowly been building their own prison. Deb said, Adelaide doesn't know what it wants to do. Wet, dry, no idea. It's going to be hot here in Sydney, west of Sydney. Shannon said, set Polly's to work on a farm for a year minimum. Yeah, no, I reckon 5-10 years before they actually enter Parliament. Kai said, I'm grateful that you all showed. I'm sure Darla is too. She's such a caring soul. Oh, God love her. Alex said, naughty Kai, marking your territory with your scent. Deb said, I agree. They have to make their own way. Yeah. Deb J said, yes, we're a bit crazy here. It really helps, though. It does. Well, at least we can laugh at it. We're not sitting here going, oh, shit, it's all over. Oh, quick, run for the hills. Oh, no. Oh, shit. Oh, no. We're not doing that. I'd rather laugh at it than do that. Pat said, Dutton family business, childcare, bit sus. Ooh. Shannon said, scat if he follows through, Alex, lol. Kai said, Alex, it was actually a happy accident for me. Ego Shredder said, don't know about digital ID. You need to show your certification of being nuts to be allowed on Hev's stream. I passed with flying colours. Me too. Alex said, I'm happy to be crazy cat lady. Sugar Bee said, you're so right, Kai. Easy there said, hey. Kai said, gotta laugh to avoid crying. Well, that's the whole thing, isn't it? Isn't it? If you didn't laugh, you'd cry. So you got to at least be able to laugh at it. I'm not sitting in a corner crying, you know. I'm trying to help myself here. Jules said, hey, I'm a crazy cat lady. So am I. I've got 2 of them. And I'm on my own. So there you go. I'm crazy cat lady. Shannon said, I'm so nuts they made a spread. Nutella. Sugar Bee said, it's great, Kai. Nice watching you make it. Deb said, me too. I love being crazy cat lady, even though I only have 1 now, but I did have lots. Ego Shredder said, Shannon, it's so sad nobody wants to nut Ella. Shannon said, it came from China. Kai said, I'm insane, thank you very much. Easy there said, tariff the left out of the west. Deb said, oh no. Jules said, can't make me sane. Sugar Bee's laughing and got a tongue out and, you know, making the little crazy faces. Kai said, truly nuts for half trust a government of any type. George said, the Chinese government are communist just like the UK. Yep, same as Australia, George. And Canada. I'm pretty sure we're all the same. Alex said, I'm glad I caught you live. It was lovely watching you make that beautiful frame for Bruce. He will love it and hope it all goes well tomorrow. I'll hopefully join a live if you do one, Kai. Deb said, they want war for Trump. They will be sorry. Alex said, they're only trying to get rid of the farmers so they can make us eat their crap food. That will make us sick, George. They're even trying to stop people growing their own food. Well, they can try. I'm going to keep going, keep growing mine. Kai said, I'll do one tomorrow around the same time. Got to figure us up a schedule. Deb said, all the Dems. Kai said, the Democrats. Alex said, I'm going to do a big shop on Monday. I need to start noting down your recipes. I love slow-cooked anything, especially beef, Geoloft. And it's really good in winter because it, you know, keeps the house a little bit warmer. Sugar Bee said, President Trump will not allow that. Deb said, how do we call it for Hev? Call our government to account. How do we call for it, Hev? I don't know. keep contacting them and just saying, no, we don't agree. We're going to vote you out, and we're not going to vote the other one in. You're both going to lose. I don't know, honestly. How do we call? I really don't know. Contact Senator Pauline Hanson, Malcolm Roberts, Gerard Rennick, Craig Kelly. Show support. I don't know. I don't know how else to do it, Deb. GLF said the only thing you have to be careful with about the Chinese people is that they're extreme nationalists, which is good quality, but don't say anything negative about China when talking to the Chinese. George said the UK sent millions to foreign farms while trying to destroy British farms. Well, we just sent millions, billions, I don't know how much, to third world countries for their climate change. Don't worry about the Australians in tents and on the streets. Don't worry about them. We'll just give our money to the third world countries for their non-existent climate change. Deb said we have Chinese police station. Yes, we do here in Sydney too. Kai said, any Chinese here? Screw you, guy. No. I don't believe so, but I don't mind the Chinese people, but their government I don't like. Sugar Bee said, we're all going to protect our farmers. Deb J said, bloated government all over the world. I agree, Deb. GLF said, I'm with you on that, Alex. Everything's is better slow cooked. Alex said, Shannon, not the follow through though. Jules said, I have silver notes. Oh, nice. Shannon said there was a great one called Cooking with Hev. Yes, I used to have a Cooking with Hev show. If I did that again, though, I'd have to do it on the Hev Lifestyle channel, Hev's Lifestyle. I wouldn't put it up here because people tune in here to hear the news, and I know that when I do cooking and that, or even the chickens, the numbers go down. So I'd have to just keep that for the Hev's Lifestyle channel. You never know. Something might pop up there soon. If I can remember to record shit. Shannon said, touch cloth, Alex. Menacing Muskrat said, question. So who pays their effers their wages? The WHO, WEF, NATO, and etc. Funnily enough, Menacing Muskrat, I think the taxpayers do, due to the corruption in our governments. Yeah, I think our taxpayers pay the UN, the WHO, the WEF, NATO. I think we'd save a lot of money. Kai said, I'll be having pizza. That's not a bad idea for dinner. I make my own pizza base. I should record that. Ego Shredder said, Alex, there's a good food channel on YouTube called Backyard Chef from a guy in England that had a restaurant business in Thailand before COVID trashed it. Lovely recipes of all types of food. Yum. Deb J said, JFK assassinated on my birthday. Oh, really? Kai said, I've got to clean up the kitchen too, though. SW said, silver side on a bed of mash with cabbage and white sauce. Yum, Alex. Oh, yum. Alex said, Nutella crispy cakes are yummy. Jules said, Kai resupplying the stink power for Tony. Oh, no. Kai said, the driver. Paul said, the driver. There you go, the driver. That's who I thought it was. Menacing Muskrat said, who voted for these assholes? Kai said, maybe. J1 said, Jackie O did it. That's an interesting theory, J1. I've never heard that before. I'm going to have to look into it more. I'm going to have to find the original footage again and have a really close, like, I'll slow it down. I'll do a video while I'm doing it. Extreme slowdown. Alex said, yes, for sure, yum, Geoloft. Kai said it would be good bedtime surprise. Sherry said it was a driver Hev that got Kennedy. That's what I thought. Jules said, Kai, lolling. George said, 20% of the UK voted for Labor. Oh, wow. Sugar Bee said, no one voted for any of them. They were installed. Exactly. Those machines weren't reliable. Especially with Jenna Griswold handing out the passwords in the US. Paul L said, hi, everyone. Hey, Paul, how you going? Alex said, I have to check him out. I do like good cooking shows, some brilliant ideas. I love cooking stuff from scratch. Yes, I do too. Kai said, Jules, that old under the covers lurk and cover. Jules said, Sugar Bee installed and uninstall. Kai said Sugar Bee is correct. Pat said some speculation was Jackie had a gun. Oh, okay. Ego Shredder said Alex Ye's videos are all really short, straight to the point, and he uses simple gear, no gadgets or gimmicks. Shannon said extension cord, Hev. For what? Shannon, what are you talking about extension cords for? What am I extending? Alex said, yummy, you're making me really hungry now. I can't wait to go shopping now to get some ingredients, SW. Hey, has anyone ever been scared to spend money? I don't know. I think I'm at that point that I'm actually scared of spending money. It's very weird feeling, yeah. Holy crap, it jumped and it went, wow. It jumped. Honey and lemon drink. Okay, I think I'm back where, no? Okay, now I'm back where I was. Extension cord that Shannon was talking about. I'm doing something. I've got 2 chats going here. Happy birthday, Flyby Stew. Alex said, yummy, you're making me really hungry now. Can't wait to go shopping, get some more ingredients. SW, I did read that. Flyby Stew said, Alex, have you heard about Elon getting into the energy sector to bring prices down for the UK? I just watched a thread earlier. Nigel was involved in the thread. Good stuff, Flyby Stew. Kai said, I've got to get my shit together by the time Tony shows. Jules said, Kai, good luck. GLoff said, Alex, I've been thinking about starting a real pit barbecue joint or a real fire brick pizza place. We'll see what the world looks like in a few years as to whether I'll make such a move or not. Sugar Bee said, I'm just putting pot pies in the oven tonight. I'm tired from my work week still. Yeah, I'm exhausted. I don't know what's going on. I'm really tired today. Shannon said, Finkelstein iron horn. Paul said, the weapon used by the driver was an air rifle. That's why no flash, but still done the damage. Jules said, Kai, Tony's going to be so pleased with your artwork today. SW said, bangers and mash was my signature dish until I made up my silver side dish I stole from a country pub, Alex. Nice one. Sugar Bee said, yes, Jules, bet she will be, Kai. Alex said, I bet that stopped him having a tantrum, Hev. Yeah, it did, actually. Just get on the ground with them and start having one beside them. It makes them look at you in shock. They don't get what's happening. They just, they're going, what the fuck? In their little heads, but not saying those words, SW said, yes, Hev on target, but remember Stroppy too. Yes, Stroppy me. Kai said, Sugar Bee, I'm just about to pot a load of pot in my pipe. Jules said, Sugar Bee, after Trump won, I literally laughed for 7 solid days. Kai said, I think she'll be impressed too. Alex said, you definitely should. That would be amazing. Also, you should set up your own cooking show. I'd love to watch it, GL Loft. Yeah, you should. Deb said, I made chicken pot pie with roast chicken. Yum. Jules said, Kai, light it up. We smoke together. Yeah, I'd be smoking with you if I had one in front of me. Deb said, I was thinking, Matilda. Sugar Bee's laughing at Jules. Deb said, honey and lemon drink. Alex said, no, I've not heard that, but something needs to be done. These energy companies are making billions when it should all be free. It's a massive con, Flyby Stew. I agree. Kai said, making Tony some coffee so it's fresh for her. Aw, you're lovely. Sugar Bee said, I had the biggest grin on my face for days, Jules. Sherry said, lots of black budget money going towards creating portals to bring demons through. Those are your aliens. Our government sold their soul for power and wealth. We are the sacrifices. Been researching a lot. Yes, I've heard that, actually. Sherry. George said, we're living in evil times. Flyby Stew said, not paid BBC since 2018. Haven't got a telly. For fuck's sake, grab your telly, go outside and bend it around the nearest lamp post, especially if it's a smart telly, lol. Yeah, exactly. Deb said, and I think you do a great job keeping the light on for us, Hev. Good stuff. Jules said, Kai, you're a good man. Tony's lucky to have you. Definitely. Kai said, okay, done. Alex said, I've just subbed to Ego Shredder, and here's the link for anyone else interested. Backyard Chef. Oh, hang on a sec. There we go. I'll sub. Where's my live stream? There it is. No, don't remove. Kai said, I waited decades for her to come back. No bull. Jules said, Kai, oh. Tim Eyre said, a neighbour of mine got divorced and his ex-wife turned into an absolute monster. He was finally able to visit his daughter after months of her game. She was taking everything. More to come. Oh, really? Funnily enough, when I did leave the father of my children, I walked out with nothing except the clothes. I left him with everything. He had the car, he had all the furniture, and I just walked out. Kai said, be right back. George said, wow, Timmy, and that's because he cheated on me. Sherry said, YouTube channel End Times Production has many interesting documentaries. I used to be subbed to them. Sherry. Menacing Muskrat said, Kai, wait for the med beds. Kai said, me too, Ego. Alex said, that's not fair. It's always the children that suffer, Timmy. Yeah, exactly. And I never held the children back from him either. In fact, he didn't want to see the children because my daughter reminded him of me. So there you go. I tried to get him to take the children because they need to see their father. Sugar Bee said, yes, med beds. I heard there'll be places by December, sorry. Deb said, why do men think their farts are funny, especially when they smell bad? Shannon said, toilet humour. I've got to read these comments before I read them out loud. Deb said, apparently Australia has med beds. Where? Jules said, Kai, your fast sensitive age. Alex said, Billy Goats is still weird in my opinion. I think there's a lot more to come out about him, especially when the list is released, if it's ever released. Sugar Bee's laughing. SW said, crop dusting. Shannon said, outlaw health, Debs. Nursing Muskrats put a link in there. Kai said, nothing matches the legendary girl fart no knock down small birds from their nests. I really got to pre-read these messages, guys. Flyby Stew said, Deb, that sounds like you had a bad experience of some. Deb said, this chat is not a good one for drinking coffee. I spat my coffee twice. There you go. As long as you're not spitting chips, Deb. Shannon said they let Jussie Smollett off. He's a small fry. George said we have fools running the planet. Sugar Bee's laughing. Kai's laughing. Deb's peeking out from behind her fingers. Sugar Bee's laughing. Jules is laughing there, I think it is. Little emojis. Alex said Camilla has crawled back into the hole she crawled out of. Oh, good. Menacing Muskrat said Billy Gates video. Jules of Southern Oregon said, Alex, grab a shovel, fill it in. George said, is Stunner going to play a piano with his penis? I don't know, but the Zelensky did. Sugar Bee said, Scamella, Horror Babylon. Alex said, absolute psychos running things, George. Oh, Timmy.
Timar28 tipped $30. For some reason my follow-up comment was deleted. The neighbor killed his daughter and himself.
Oh, no. See, that's what can happen when women play games with men. That's not good. Because he took his daughter and himself. And thank you, Timmy. God love you. That's crazy. See, that's why you can't play with men's feelings either. Like, women should not be doing that and certainly should not be saying that he's the father and make him pay child support where if it's not his, man. If it's even a chance it's not his. Get a DNA test or something first. Oh, my God. Anyway, Sugar Bee, I agree. Scamella, Horror Babylon, yep. And thank you so much, Timmy, you legend. Alex said, absolute psycho is running things, George. And Kai said, Jesse, the pussy. Geoff said, Kamala has not disappeared into thin air. That's why the blue states are still counting ballots. Over the past week, they somehow found 2 million votes for Kamala and other Democrat seats in Congress. That they're investigating them, Geoff, right now. Menacing Muskrat said, Five Eyes. Yes, exactly. Shannon said, Spirit Cooking Marina Abramovic was the one who took Azaria Chamberlain and blamed a dingo. Yes, I've heard that, Shannon. Deb said, my bestie farted in bed and her came out the blanket coughing like it was dying. Timmy said, Alex, he was a super nice man. He did an unforgivable, monstrous thing for sure. I've warned many revengeful spouses. When your revenge leaves a man with nothing to lose, don't be surprised when it happens like that. He seeks to win the revenge game. Alex said, we love you, Sugar Bee. Yeah, because I reckon it's just sad all around. I think there's been a lot of propaganda to make women, well, feminism for a start, to try and make women think certain ways and then men think certain ways, and then it's all like if there's a war between the sexes, there's going to be no people left. In case you haven't heard the song. Real Men. It's called by, what's his name? I can't remember. Flyby Stu said they're not commies, they're WF supporters. Get it right. Australia, Canada, America, UK, EU work for the same people. Freaking sick of them. Yeah, I know. Sugar Bee said, love to you, Alex. Thank you very much. Kai said, thanks, everyone. You truly appreciated, loved. Sugar Bee's giving cuddles. Jules said, I want one of those lizards. The little frill neck lizards. Deb said, War of the Rose, Timmy. Menacing Muskrat put Kai's channel in there. Thank you, Menacing Muskrat. GLoff said it's a Democrat scam to force a recount and where possible to claw vacant seats in Congress. Vacation seats in Congress and state-level offices. It's called gerrymandering and election interference. Yeah, I reckon they're going to investigate. In fact, I think they probably already are. I did read something yesterday. Kai said, I got a snake already. That's enough. Alex said, I've never believed in revenge. Anyone that ever hurt me badly has always got their karma in the air. Karma will take care of it. Don't worry. Sugar Bee laughing. Tim has said, War of the Roses indeed, Deb. Deb said, Pat was saying, was it naughty? I don't know. Jules said, I'm a huge lizard lover. My background is Komodo dragon. Ooh. Kai said, oh, hell no, Komodos. Shannon said, on second thought, no pollies on farms, we would all starve. Yes, we probably would, actually. They wouldn't know what they're doing. Alex said, parents should always leave the children out of it, no matter how much they might hate each other. Children loves both parents, if they're both decent parents, of course. Exactly. Kai said, I'd have to remove it. Jules said, oh my gosh, the Komodo is an amazing creature. Deb said, can you imagine politicians on the farm? They'd need benches everywhere. Yeah, they'd be bloody hopeless. Oh, Timmy.
Timar28 tipped $10. When you take everything and leave someone with no options, you now have a person with nothing to lose. In those heightened emotional states, your life could be at risk.
Exactly. And even though you'd think they'd never do anything like that, you know, if you push someone too far, it can happen. Timmy said, you're a Catwoman, Hev. Lol. Thank you, Timmy, by the way. Oh, God, love you. Randy said, hey, all. Deb said, Deb's laughing at Jules. Alex said, I think we're all in the same boat when it comes to our corporate governments. I do believe so. Ego Shrew said, nobody got my nut Ella joke. Nut Ella. I got it. Kai said he'd visit somewhere, not on this world, though. Menacing Muskrat said, I'm going to start a cooking channel. Go, Menacing Muskrat. Do it, do it, do it. Deb said, that's a great idea, Hev. Thanks. Jules said, Randy, hello, name is Randy. Great name, Randy, is my brother's name. There you go. Deb said, yes, China's like Scientology. Yeah. Menacing Muskrat said, moose meat and elk. Oh, interesting. Never had it. Kai said, drop a link, we'll sign up a few here. Menacing Muskrat said, and potatoes. Randy said, just back from perch dinner. Oh, yum. You guys make me hungry already. Flyby said, thanks, Hev, for doing live. Sorry to hear you going through financial difficulties at the minute. I could donate through YouTube only. Love ya. That's okay, Flyby Stew. No problem at all. I'm not monetized on YouTube, so I cannot do that. Shannon said, Randy's always lady must have took the twisty long way home. Kai said, we may very well all be eating some unusual things soon. Randy said, Randolph, actually, but I go by Randy. Cool. Shanna said, Hev versus tent is my favourite. Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to do that one. Deb said, we be like the up crust of the poor with a tent. Even the homeless just live on the ground. Sherry said, here in the US, we take up petitions with thousands of names and send the petition to the state capitol, I think it is. You can do that too, yes. Start a petition in your area if people are awake enough. George said, hi, Randy. Jules said, rattlesnake tastes like chicken. Does it really? Deb said, yes, another square cookies. Randy said, pigeons taste like chicken doves too. Sugar Bee said, frog legs taste like chicken too, lol. Does everything taste like chicken? George said, taxes are illegal. Yes, they are. Kai said, pizza's almost always good. Randy said, seagulls, geese duck. Alex said, yeah, you need to do more cooking with Hev. I loved watching you cook, even made your legendary mashed potatoes. Yum. You've got to see my farmhouse potatoes. They're even better. Deb said, putting up the chicken coop was fun, good, funny, little smiley face. Sugar Bee said, pizza my favourite. Shannon said, frog's legs taste like chicken with little kick. Deb's laughing, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. Kai said, oh, hopefully I won't find out about any reptile meat. SW said, goanna tastes a bit like chicken too. Had to eat one once as we were stranded in the desert in summer. Oh, that would be harsh, SW. Sugar Bee said, yep, lol. Flyby said, it was my birthday yesterday. Thank you. Flyby, happy birthday. Kai said, Shannon laughed my ass off. Randy said, I like beef. Sugar Bee said, driver with black gloves. Randy said, corn-fed. Kai said, a little kick. Shannon said, 3 shots, driver, sewer, drain and underpass. What? Oh, there's my Hev's Lifestyle channel. Alex put that in there. And it jumped again. Where is it? Where am I up to? Beef stroganoff. Oh, my God, you guys. Yum. Okay, Jules said Sugar Bee and Little Frog. Menacing Muskrat said Jacko was a part of the Eastern Star or Daughters of the Nile Masons. Oh. Sugar Bee said, but I hear it was staged. Alex said, no videos on there yet, but here is the link for when Hev starts cooking again. Deb said, happy birthday, Flyby. That's where I seen it all. That's right. Jules said, I'm scared to spend money. Yep, I am. I'm like, I really don't want to spend money at all right now. I'm trying to not spend anything at all. Deb said, so when are we starting a Hev Lifestyle show? I don't know. It depends on what I cook today. If I make pizza, I'll record that and upload it. Shannon said, mini Starlink power needs a long extension cord. Oh, the mini Star... You need a power bank, I'm sure, Shannon. Like one of those, what are they called? Blue Eddy things. Do you know if we all had Blue Eddies, right? And you ran all your electricity off them, you'd have no power bills. You just have to solar charge them. And the only power bill you'd have, if you're like in Australia, you'd have the administration costs. So you'd still get a bill. Menacing Muskrat said, my husband is cooking tonight. Yum. George said, happy birthday, Flyer, the saggy. Ego Shredder said, yeah, I've been scared to spend money, Hev. Right now I'm out of work due to a difficult life since 2013. Oh, you poor thing. Oh, that sucks, Ego Shredder. Sugar Bee said, thanks, Alex, subbed. Deb J said, happy birthday, Flyby, mine too, 69 and holding. Kai said, no money, not really worried. Jules said, Muskrat, my husband made the best stroganoff. Sugar Bee said, happy birthday. Sugar Bee said, same Kai, lol. George said, my birthday on Monday. Happy birthday, George, for Monday. Alex said, all the time spending money we need to eat, though. Every time I go food shopping, it gets more expensive. Well, that's why I don't want to go and spend money, because if I go to the shops, every time I walk out with one bag that cost me like $50-something, and I'm like, I didn't buy that much. What are you doing to me? Anyway, we'll be right. She'll be right. I'll be right. Okay? It'll be right, mate. Alex said, yep, I read that one. Menacing Muskrat said, happy birthday, Flyby Stu. Many more trips around the sun. Love you. Deb said, yes, many times I've been scared spending money. Yep. Sugar Bee said, very Hev. Yep. Shannon said beef stroganoff sounds saucy. I love beef stroganoff. Alex said, yeah, that too, got to have money to spend it. Yeah, exactly. Kai said, George, happy early birthday. Deb said, Dame, I could send smoke if you still had a P.O. box. Oh, Deb, yeah, I can't afford that either. I cannot afford that at all. I've got to look at, like, I've cut everything off. I don't pay for any of the software anymore. Not paying for anything. The only thing, and I may have to cancel, is the X blue tick, and I don't care that much about that. If I can't afford it, I can't afford it. Simple as that. Sugar Bee said, Alex, don't worry, we'll be able to buy a full shopping basket full of food for maybe $80. Jules said, I've done the on the floor tantrum with my children and my grandchildren, work great. Yes, exactly. Kai said, yep, broke as hell, shrug is about it, yep. Menacing Muskrat said, we're having curried fried rice, super spicy or yum. Randy had a message retracted. Sugar Bee said, soon. Deb said, awesome, Deb J, I'm 58. Alex said, I love bangers and mash, but I get Italian hurt and cheese, chicken, sausages, and cheesy mash, SW. Randy said, great smoke harvest this year. Oh, well done, Randy. Sugar Bee said, we all have gifts that are coming in. You need to believe you're more powerful than you know. Kai said, I have to find some seeds this spring. Deb said, God bless you, Kai. Menacing said, Sherry, and there's a lot more than CERN. Sugar Bee said, just have to believe. Jules said, Randy, good, we all need it. Alex said, happy birthday, Flyby Stu. J1 said, crypto owners have a little smile on their faces after a long wait. Yes, we do. Sugar Bee said, some women are witches. Yes, evil witches. I agree. Deb said, yes, if anything happens, we could have Hev Cook Lifestyle Show. Yes. Yep, we could do that. If I ever get kicked off here again, just go to the Hev's Lifestyle Show and I'll just upload cooking and chicken videos and stuff like that and have a chat to you there. Sugar Bee said, yep. George said, there are good witches, Sugar Bee, lol. Randy said, why do witches ride pantyless? To steer broom better. Oh, my God. Randy. Oh, you guys, honestly. I've been doing that all day, reading them before, like just reading them out loud before even pre-reading. Jules said, I keep good restraint from asking my son about his crypto. It's got to be good. Kai said, what did Kai say? Or mine? Deb said, I got an oil vape, rock your socks off. Oh, cool. Shannon said, no proofreading for you. Kai said, I thought for better grip. Sugar Bee said, yeah, a lot more good than bad, George, but the ones that use their children against the other is evil, yeah. Menacing Muskrat said, my husband calls them Dutch ovens. Yes, so do Australians. If they fart under the blanket and they pull the blanket over your head so you have to smell it, that's a Dutch oven. Randy said, CUP, funny colours. Sugar Bee said, is evil. Deb said, thank God we have a donation that reads it like it is. Yes, exactly. Flyby said, thanks for my birthday wishes. You're the best. Typing hasn't been the best tonight. Sorry, that's okay, Flyby Stu. Deb said, puppetry of the penis was a great show. Jules said, Flyby Stu, happy birthday. Kai said, I can barely type. I hunt and peck. Randy said, happy birthday, Stu. Shannon said, a bunch of dicks, Deb. Lol. Oh, what? Oh, my goodness. Deb said, how sad. And Deb said, Timmy, you're a legend. Jules said, my neighbour just got contacted by a 45-year-old daughter he never knew he had. DNA search found. Oh, my goodness. There you go, see? Oh, I don't know what's wrong with people these days. All I ever wanted, right, was a white picket fence and a man and children, right? And it didn't freaking work out that way, did it? No. It can't just go, you know. Oh, dear God. And now I've got my cat lady. There you go. Okay, Alex said, what the fuck? Of all the things you could have said, that was never on the list. That's horrendous, Timmy. SW said, that's horrible, Timmy. My neighbour killed his wife and her children found her. See, that can happen, and your life could be in danger. If you want to play with people's emotions, I would advise against that. I'm just saying this for anyone who tunes in who may do something like that, you know. Don't. That's not, it's just not it. Alex said, awesome for the donation. Menacing Muskrat said, my cat farted in bed, cleared the room, bad mouse. The Shaman Anarchist said, plus we'll win, lol. Did I get that right, the Shaman Anarchist? I hope so. How you going anyway, the Shaman Anarchist? Good to see you. Alex said, I think I remember you saying that ages ago. That's so awful for them to have found her like that, SW. Deb said, chickens. Yeah, they're wandering around the backyard at the moment. Sugar Bee said, wow, Jules. Alex said, Timmy, I forgot to add your name above. Flyby said, Menacing Muskrat, good evening, good morning. Alex said, still in shock about what you said, Timmy. Alex said, we love you, Flyby. J1 said, Labor's just ditched the misinformation bill. Oh, thank God. Don't vote for Liberal. Don't vote for Liberal, they'll bring it back in. Sorry, I was having a vape of my vape and I nearly choked on it. Yeah, don't vote for Liberal, they'll bring it back in. They'll reintroduce it. Jules said, Sugar Bee and the daughter has 4 grandchildren and teens, all that play music by ear. They got that from him. Oh, wow. That's good. That's a good thing to know. Kai said, laugh my ass off, Muskrat. Geloff said, War of the Roses, awesome movie, absolutely hilarious, great pick. Yeah, that was a good, I used to love that movie. Flyby, she said, oh, thank you, Alex, ditto. Kai said, phone, be right back.
Deb's tipped $1.95. Have Pussy Food Fund.
Thank you, Deb. Yeah, my cat food fund. Oh, God love you, Deb. Yeah, that'll say it. See, if I won't say it out loud, at least that will, okay? Flyby Stew said, oh, thank you, Alex, ditto. I read that. Menacing Muskrat said the V was never tested on humans. Alex said, awesome, Timmy. Well said. That's why people shouldn't play with people's emotions. Exactly. Shannon had a message retracted. George said, Labor are full of misinformation. Yeah, they are. SW said, Jules, me too, had a few goannas and water dragons and geckos for pets. Alex said, oh, sorry, ego shredder. Poor Ella. Sugar Bee said, Jules, that's awesome. Kai said, Shannon, I hope it was ounce and not a shot. Jules said, SW, that's so cool. Lizards are so awesome of a creature. Yeah, where was I? Out the back last night, out the side, and I saw a little skink. They're a little tiny lizard. Shoot, where am I? Wow. Okay, there I am. Sugar Bee said, Jules, that's awesome. Kai said, Shannon, I hope... Oh, I did read that one. Hang on, where am I? Shannon said, Ella took it on the chin. Kai said, reptiles are creepy. Alex said, I think they're full of misinformation. Glad more people are waking up to things. Can't come fast enough, George. Menacing Muskrat said, do a deep dive, RE tariffs and income taxes. I should. Kai said, so she spur in your face. How rude. Alex said, what are the farmhouse potatoes? I love anything potato, to be honest. Well, what you do, right, is you get your frying pan. You cut potatoes into little squares, right? Boil them for 10 minutes. Drain them. In the meantime, while you're waiting for your potatoes to boil, you fry some bread in some butter on the frying pan, right? And you take it out, and when it's brown, and put it aside on a wooden chopping board. Just don't get it wet, whatever you do. And because it's hot, it can sweat, so be careful what you put it onto. Because you want the bread to be crispy, okay? So you dice the bread up when it's cooled down into little squares as well. You fry some onion, and then you get that out, right, and put it aside. And then you add the potatoes into the frying pan, the little squares of potatoes, and you cook them till they're brown. Then you add the bread and the onion in with that. And oh my God. You wouldn't think it would taste that good, but it does. So I'll have to do some of that. That's farmhouse potatoes. Deb said, hello, Shaman Anarchist. SW said, I know, Jules. I spent years hunting them to photograph. It was awesome fun and got me to some lovely spots. Kai said, I'm laughing too hard to spell. Kai said, Yo, stepped into it. What? Randy said, what is it? Asago quesadillas. I have no idea. Menacing Muskrat has a good point there. You can't eat money, Hev. Yeah, I know. I'm just so scared to spend it. Oh, shit. George said, yeah, Alex, people are waking up. Randy said, last night. Alex said, ooh, I say, Shannon. Jules said, SW, that's so cool. I dove into aquatic turtles for many years, had 27 different kinds. Wow. Kai said, okay, I'm done. Your turn. Deb said, I'm subbed to the Hev Lifestyle Show. Flyby said, yeah, I get it, but have you got to live? Yeah, I suppose. I've got to go and buy some food, but, you know. Randy said, been awake so long, ready to go to sleep again. Geoloff said, I don't know about the rest of the world. My family will eat the usual foods until the end. We are not eating bugs. That's why we're learning botany, agriculture, hunting and trapping techniques are key to survival. That's true. Kai said, I'm going to be quiet a minute. That's cool, Kai. Jules said, George, happy birthday. Everyone's saying happy birthday, George. Randy said, grew my own tomatoes, peppers and cucumbers and pot. There you go. I've got my own strawberries growing. I have some herbs growing, but not yet any vegetables. And I'm late. It's a bit late. It's the end of November. Oh, my God, what am I doing? Alex said, yeah, they're lucky to have such a brilliant chef with you, Geoloft. Kai said, George. Deb said, happy birthday, George. Jules said, turkey, cheese, tortilla for me today. Oh, yum. Deb said, do you still have children? Flyby said, happy birthday, George. Shannon said, beef stroganoff joke straight over Hev's head. Lol. Yeah. I didn't get a joke. It's gone straight over my head. Yep. A lot of jokes go straight over my head, mind you. Randy said, try Canadian grocery prices. I don't know, do you pay $6 or $8 for broccoli or $20 sometimes? I don't know. Jules of Southern... Jules said George was my nickname growing up. Oh, cool. Sugar Bee's laughing. George said, thanks for the early happy birthdays, everyone. Alex said, the French farmers sprayed pig shit at the government buildings. Kai said, Shannon, I completely missed it entirely. Sugar Bee said, Alex, lol, seen that. Jules said, Shannon, I missed it too. There you go. I missed it completely. It just went straight over my head. Randy said, riot in Montreal last night by Hamas. Oh, no. Shannon said, 2 down, 3 to go, Debs. 2 what? Sugar Bee said, heaven laughing. Alex said, it was brilliant. The British need to be more French. Sugar Bee. Guy said, they're Hamas and government contracts trying to create excuses for martial law. Okay. Sugar Bee said, Kai and his farts, lol. Alex said, the French are always hitting back hard. Jules said, Dutch oven, that's funny. Yep, that's what it's called. Yeah, if you fart and put someone's head under the blanket, that's a Dutch oven, apparently. According to Australian slang anyway, and by the sounds of it, overseas as well. Sugar Bee said, agreed, Alex, lol. Geoloff said, I spend almost every free moment I have investing in the knowledge of wild edibles, botany, agriculture, growing practices and putting it into action. I've got to get my veggies planted. I really do. Alex said, I'm part French, probably why I never conform. Deb said, oh my God, that was gold. Which broom controls? Kai said, I know. Ego Shrew said, I want to know if there's such a thing as double Dutch oven now. Oh no. I don't need to know. Randy said, I eat wild apples, raspberries and strawberries. Yeah, I eat my own strawberries that I grow. They're not, well, they're kind of wild. My garden's wild. That's another thing I can do on the Hev Lifestyle, gardening as well. Kai said, Deb, it's for grip. Shannon said you could expect 45 late Father's Day presents. Is that another joke that went over my head, Shannon? Sugar Bee said, French and me too, Cajun French, Indian and Irish. Lol, that's where my mean streak comes from. Yep, I'm Irish. I was born in Ireland and I am in Australia now. Yep, big lessons coming to Australia from Ireland. Deb J said, phone's going dead. Good day or good night, everyone. Have a good one, Deb J. George said, no farmers, no food. Correct. Ego Shredder said, Deb J, sleep well. Night, Deb, said Sugar Bee. Shannon said, Sugar Bee, your accent must be unintelligible, lol. Kai said, but he's deeper in the hole, though. We're not making more jokes, are we? I don't know. Jules said, Deb, good night. Randy said, I got a New Brunswick French Mac Indian in me. What? Alex said, that's a courageous mix, Sugar Bee. Sugar Bee said, probably to some, Shannon. Laughing. Sugar Bee said, thanks a lot, Alex. And Menacing Muskrats put, yay, Canada stand in there. Something. Now where am I? I've jumped again. Jeez, Louise. Kai said, Tony's home, going to cook and cuddle. Oh, have a good one. Much love, Kai and Tony. Randy said, thanks, Deb. Deb said, much love, Deb twin. Shannon said, good cackle, not like camel toe cackle. Alex said, oh, take care, God bless, lots of love to you and Tony. Maybe see you on your live tomorrow, Kai. Kai said, much love, many blessings, everyone. You too, Kai. Randy said, I feel loved. Oh, that's good. Sugar Bee said, my hubby has epilepsy and also he got it controlled under the medicine he's on. That's good. Kai said, I'll be there, Alex. Sugar Bee said, new medicine. Kai said, what's the name? I'll definitely check it out. Deb said, a lot of love in this chat. Sugar Bee said, I subbed to the Rumble. Thanks, Alex. Shannon said, Randy, just wait until you've been awake so long it's not worth going back to sleep. Lol. Sugar Bee said, Alex. George said, big love, everyone. Deb said, what part of the beef stroganoff? What's it about the saucy bit? SW said, Hev, you got the best fertiliser with the chicken poo, I know. Kai said, okay, got to go, guys. See you, Kai, have a good one. Sugar Bee said, see you, Kai. Alex said, Mexican food is yummy. Mexican? Ego Sure said, bye, Kai. Jules said, Kai, see you tomorrow. Deb said, bye, Kai. Have a good night, Kai, said Cherry. Shannon said, beef stroganoff is slang term for beating your meat. Okay. Okay, well, that's why it went over my head. I got no idea. I don't have meat. I have steak, right? Proper steak. Like, I don't have that type of meat, you know. Randy said Trudeau was at a Swift concert in Toronto during a riot. Great. Yep, Sugar Bee said great with thumbs up. George said take care, Kai. Jules said following Hev Truthseeker. Thank you, Jules. And Sugar Bee. Deb said very funny Dutch oven. Alex said if someone tried to Dutch oven me, they'd be getting a Swift backhander in the chops. Deb said always in the gutter here. Yeah, you guys are a lot. And you try and make me say things that I wouldn't say. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. Sugar Bee said, I've seen that, Randy. Lolly was dancing. Flyby said, I don't do food that burns on the way in and out. Too spicy. Where am I up to? Jules said, I watched that go over my head, literally. Sugar Bee said the Irish part, lol. Randy said, Trudeau is a doofus. George said, lol. Alex, Deb said, I love that Hev does not get all the jokes. Jules said, Deb, me too. I don't. Half of them go over my head. More than half of them go over my head. Yeah, there you go. Shannon said, Alex, resistance is fertile. Well, Randy said, me too. Randy said, love her laugh. Oh, God, love you. Deb said, are we calling in today? Yes. Randy said, and giggle. Yeah, the giggle's a bit funnier, I think, maybe. I don't know. Jules said, remember, you are always directly above the centre of the earth at all times. Andy said, me too, Randy. Alex. Andy said, me too, Randy. Alex said, me too, Randy. Oh, my God. Shannon said, we already did, Debs. You missed it. And Debs, kisses for all, love for all. Geoloff said, take care, Kai. Alex said, you are loved, Randy. Thank you so much regarding Boilergate. You helped me a lot. There you go, Randy. You're very helpful. You're much loved. There you go. Sugar Bee said, Kai, I'll put the medicine name on your channel. Alex said Mexican, that was supposed to say. Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, I pretty much got it from the MX Mexican. Randy said, anytime, Alex, thanks. Jules said, oh, my God, I didn't need to know that beef stroganoff. Yep. Sugar Bee said, you're laughing. Alex said, for goodness sake, I don't think he meant that sort of meat. Deb's laughing. Sugar Bee said, lol. Alex said, I have tears. Jules said, lolling. Deb said, I know, Alex. Shannon said, Alex British talk like that, as well as local boozer is battle cruiser. Okay, that's another one that went over my head, Shannon. Alex said, I love this chat so much, always cheers me up to no end. Deb said, so there, Shannon, I did not miss it. Sugar Bee said, love her accent. Oh, thank you. Jules of Oregon said, I know, right? Randy said, we love you, Hev. Alex said, all white, mate. Deb said, I love everyone and I've not had a drink. Me either. There you go. Jules said, thanks for having us, Hev. George said, a boozer is a pub. Okay, there you go. And with that, I'm going to go. We'll see you over on Rumble in about 5-10 minutes. Maybe sooner. Just keep an eye out, okay? Okay, much love, everyone. Have a good one, and I'll see you over there.